Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon. Out of the theaters, I finally saw the menu. Should you see what's on the menu before you go into the restaurant? Let's find out. The menu, what's about? It's a very simple premise, actually. You have this Hawthorne restaurant, prestige on an island. Only about 12 or 15 guests at a time at $12,500 a plate. Think of this as a political donation because a lot of politicians have that much on their plate. But anyway, what is going to happen throughout the night? Let's find out. So did I like this movie? I thought it was a fun, interesting movie, even though I thought some of the scripts and some of the scenarios put into play just didn't fit the overall goal, I think, of what it was trying to do. But with that, we'll get the positives of the movie. I think as a dark comedy, it works extremely well with trying to get all those oh shit laughs. You're like, oh shit, that's kind of funny. Should I be laughing at that? And that works. All the characters are pretty well acted and have a good backstory. There's one backstory, though, where I kind of have a moment to it, and we'll discuss that in the negatives of it. But I think Ralph Fiennes does a great job. Anya Taylor-Joy, Nicholas Hoult, everyone who is in this movie does a great job. I love the atmosphere. I love the cinematography. I love this restaurant look. I like the look of everything in this movie. Like I said, it's written pretty well. It looks well. It's a fun little movie. However, with movies like this, talking about rich people as well as insecurities, I kind of get a little put off by it. Because this movie has the message of like, oh, the rich and eating at these fancy restaurants, and there's so much stamina. I don't know if stamina's right there, but there's just so much prestige of getting to that level, and everyone's forcing you down to get to that level, even though you might just be a small little time cook and you might enjoy that small little cheeseburger. You might enjoy just making that hot dog, but instead, there's so many people judging you that you want to be the top or you're forced to be at the top. So I understand that message. I truly do. But there is a message of this movie where it's like, oh, the rich are forcefully doing it. I have to disagree because, I mean, to an extent, I agree and disagree. You see videos or images of Kim Kardashian going through a Taco Bell, going through McDonald's. That shows that, you know what, sometimes you just need a gosh dang cheesy gordita crunch, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. However, there are those prestige restaurants. Have I been to one? Sure, Gordon Ramsay's Steak at Paris. I think I spent like $500-$600 total for 2 people. And so, yeah, there are those restaurants where you're like, oh, I want to have the experience. But it shouldn't be like the insecurities of what is happening in this film. And I know what they're saying, oh, you're just too rich. You shouldn't be paying $12,500. Well, the same thing can be said, like I said, for political donations, for buying that Gucci bag, for buying that Bulgari, for buying everything like that. So if you just want to spend that money on food and have an experience, sure. There is some backstory, though, of some people are just doing it to spend money and not just for that experience. So like I said, I understand that as well. But there is one backstory about the chef and what he is doing to some of these patrons, which you know that for sure by the trailer. However, there is one that he doesn't like a movie the actor was in, so that's why he's getting punished because of his craft and he shouldn't have done that movie. But here's the thing. One man's treasure is another person's like garbage. So having that, like, I didn't like that movie. I had a day off, and because you made that shitty movie that I thought you were awful in, you're getting punished for it. I just find that kind of just asinine. And for that reason, I understand what they're going for. But then I'm also saying that it's a little too asinine, as well as don't take yourself too seriously, so, like some of these actors do. And people need to realize, like Denzel Washington, we read lines. That is it. And that's all you're doing. So yeah, are there some, every actor has done a quote-unquote shit movie that the critics hated. But you know what? There might be that one where the audience is like, you know what? That's my guilty pleasure. Shit, didn't Quentin Tarantino say Resident Evil is his guilty pleasure of all time? And it got panned by the critics? So it's like, I just have bad, weird feelings about that overall. But overall, The Menu is a fun little movie. I enjoyed the premise. I enjoyed the dark comedy. I enjoyed the oh shit moments because some of the oh shit moments completely worked. And I know Anya Taylor-Joy, I think, is a vegetarian. So I am curious what she actually ate at the end of that movie. So, The Menu will receive a 4 out of 5 Futons, which equals at 80%. So see the critics news scores gave this one. So the critics at 89% with 218 of them. Audience score 78% with over 500. Here's critic consensus. While its social commentary relies on basic ingredients, the menu serves up black comedy with plenty of flavor. Sure, I have to agree with that. Like I said, I went in just thinking about something else, but then coming out, I was just thinking like, I kind of don't like movies where it's like, oh, fuck the rich, but it's like, how much did you get paid to do this movie? Aren't you going to con? Are you doing all these film festivals wearing all these fancy dresses and getting all this expensive shit for free? And you're not complaining, or you would be donating all that? So that's where I kind of get the gooey feeling. Anyway, 78, 89, 80. Chase up with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope no things Buftopia. You Buftonians! Thank you for watching. Have a great day. And let's see here. What is on that menu that you should be ordering? Cheeseburger? A steak? I had bacon for appetizer once. That was delicious.